Right, so this is what she looks like from the outside. I've taken the liberty of slapping some horizontal embrasures on. I've got the shop fronts on, doesn't matter which way around you use them, to be honest. It's just purely for a bit of protection from the heli. So this is the downstairs. I've dropped a tool cupboard in because twig decay's probably quicker than I can make this video. All the wall frames are in to aid with stability. I've not bothered putting any doors on because I'm not going to keep this base. Up to the first floor. Again, all the wall frames are in for stability. The next floor, all the wall frames are in. We've got shop fronts, horizontal embrasures. You can see now that you get a much better angle, and you can also go up than the vertical embrasures, but each to their own. Everybody has their own preference. It's just something you've got to play with. And that's that floor finished. I'm going to just temporarily put a set of stairs in there just so I can access the roof. You don't need to use stairs if you don't want to. You could use cargo nets. But if you use cargo nets, I'd suggest you probably use them in the middle section, the furthest away from splash damage from the heli, because they do get damaged quite easily. Or you could use ladder hatches. The problem with ladder hatches is it takes a little bit longer to get up and down the base with ladder hatches in than it does with stairs. Now for the roof, I mean, some people go up another story, so they've got two shooting floors. They tag the heli from the top floor and then run down to the floor below, because the heli will target where it's shot from. So having two shooting floors is a sensible option. I like my upturned roofs. There's a bit of a trick to doing these. Place a triangle on the outside of the building, and then you should be able to get your roof on. Once you've got one on, the others should pretty much go on without any trouble. Having said that, if you can't get your roofs on, check your stability, because let's just have a look. Yeah, that's about right. Should have about 60% with all the wall frames, and these, as you can see, are only 17. They will stay up, but if you can't place them, it's probably because you've not got enough stability lower down. We can be tricky, little buggers. Now the idea behind these is that because of the angle at which the heli shoots, these should catch a lot of the bullets. My own preferred design is actually this. My own personal design is to put wall frames in here. You'll like this. Not a lot, but you'll like it. It's always a problem getting on there. Like I say, my poor little fella's, I think he's got a bit of rheumatoid arthritis or something. He just doesn't like jumping around. And the last floor square. My own personal preference is put a ladder hatch in here, or if you're coming up, use stairs. And this is my own personal preference for a shooting floor. As you can see, once you're in the middle section here, heli can't see you, you can't see the heli. The roof, upturned roof tiles will take the vast majority of the damage, nearly all the bullets. You'll get a little bit of splash damage from the rockets, so you might want to go for the wider circular base. But that's basically it. You can shoot heli from here, here, or you can just run around the top, shoot him, and when he comes in for his rocket run, you just literally duck down into the centre section or come up the other side and hit him in the backside as he goes over. And that's pretty much it. Again, I'll just quickly go downstairs and show you the larger round Helibase. Sorry if I'm glitching a little bit. Apparently Rust now requires 8 meg of memory. 16 meg of memory to run. My laptop has 8, and I'm struggling, especially with all the video software running in the background, etc, etc. So that is the Helibase. You'll probably see that quite often, especially if you're playing on Rusty Ninja PvE server. It's a bit of a giveaway that, oh yeah, that's where Alpha lives, but you know, it is what it is. It works for me, and I much prefer to run round on the roof than to shoot through little cracks in the wall. But each to their own, as I say. Try them, see how you get on, because it's horses for courses. Now the bigger base, the bigger round Helibase, starts off exactly the same. Oh, and the heli's out, lovely. The outward facing edges on your triangles, you do squares. Fill in with triangles. let me see if I can take some. I'll take my gun out, take my gun off, if I've got room. Should be fine now. That is exactly the same diameter as that Helibase over there. If you want to make it bigger for more splash damage protection, or to use as a main base, it's exactly the same principle. On your outward facing edge triangles, put a square. And then infill with triangles. And that is one big ass base. It's humongous. That'll give you a hell of a lot of splash damage. I mean, you could technically use the smaller version and then just use this as honeycombing if you want to make it into a main base stroke Helibase for a duo or trio. A lot of you are now looking at all the triangles going, well yeah, but where am I going to put my boxes? Because, you know, traditionally you use squares to put your boxes in. Well, let me just show you something we made earlier. I'm just going to grab the resources out of this TC. I think Halley's gone, so open sesame. Thank you, Tricked, for the automatic doors going in and out. It's a bit of a giveaway. Wonder whose base that is. We've not used this as a heli tower, but as I say, and thank you, Tricked, for the early warning system. You can use it as a main base. This is the smaller version of the base, the Helibase. There's nothing in that. That's just pure honeycombing in there, and a shooting gallery up there. So we'll just run up here. All these can be garage doors to give you extra protection. This is the changing room, bed area. Now here's a top tip. Not related to Helibases, but when you put stairs in a situation like this, make them twig. Put a flame turret or a shotgun trap behind them, and when a non-TCO person enters the base, it shoots the stairs out. It just makes it a little bit harder for them to get up. I'm going to have to look at the ceiling there because Tricked is lying naked on the floor and I've got my sensor options turned off. Here, that's my bed. Fridges. VIPs on this server get access to a craftable recycler. It's not free, they have to craft it. Barbecue, research bench, all the gubbins, everything's here that I could possibly need. And I'm trying to walk while looking at the ceiling because I know Trick's lying on the floor there naked, and I don't want to get penalised by YouTube. This is the loot room. I prefer garage doors simply because I'm lazy. You could put window frames in here and put the armoured windows in, although that does mean that you have to keep taking the windows out when you want to get access to your boxes. But, you know, 4, 8, 16, 20, 24 boxes. I'm a hoarder and that's just about enough for me. The next floor up is a shooting gallery. Again, each part is sectioned off with garage doors, just to make it a little bit more of a pain in the bum for people that, you know, want to come and raid it. I actually love these shooting galleries because this isn't... I suppose you could use these in a Helibase. I've not actually tried it. I'd probably prefer this to the horizontal embrasures which they're using over there. I'll just run downstairs quickly and show you how to construct those if you want to try and make them. I'll just show you because it is purged today. Not the best time to do videoing, I must admit, but okay. Oops, sorry, tricked. I want to show everybody your naked behind. These prison cell things are brilliant with shooting floors. Water turrets can shoot through these, by the way. Which is why we use them here, so people that blow through this door get a face full of lead, while still offering a little bit of splash damage protection if they try and rock it or seep all the turret out. Those window bars are easy, and I can find a spot that's not building blocks, which is probably going to be difficult. I'll put a square down, make it easy to see. So all you do is a half wall and a half wall. I'll just put a full wall up here so you can see what it is actually the same height. Once that's done, you take out the bottom and then put in a third wall, which is a low wall. And there's your shooting gallery. Pretty nifty. Right, that'll do for today. More to come.